Lewis Hart for The Ring magazine. Delighted today to be joined with Conor Benn here in London, Media Day, about sort of a couple of days away before you do fight Chris Eubank Jr. Conor, I saw you on Saturday, but how's things? How are you?
Yeah, good mate, excited to be here.
Absolutely, yeah, a massive fight. Being here, sort of getting the feel for a fight week, I guess how are you finding things, enjoying it and enjoying sort of the stage and getting ready to go, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's like the longest week of fighters' lives. For me it's just want to get in the ring now and get the job done.
Yeah. I guess for this sort of prep build-up, is it something you enjoy or is it, strictly business? Like, how do you sort of deal with it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's part of the job. So you learn to get used to the media requirements, and making noise, but ultimately all that matters is getting the job done fight night. Yeah,
you spoke yesterday. Obviously, you had the press conferences, had all the sort of things that happened there, but you said, you're strictly business now. That's sort of the attitude, on fight week, get this all out of the way and just ready for Saturday, as you say. Like, is that the mentality, just sort of strictly business in a sense?
No, it's never strictly business. It's not the way I am. It's always personal, as in the fight. Yeah. But all of the noise around it is just noise. That's all. And you learn to sort of block out the noise. You have your blinkers on and you're just fully focused on getting the job done. I'm just visualising a fight, focusing on Saturday night really, and not letting all the noise distract you really.
Yeah. And I spoke to Nigel and I spoke to yourself, and you said for yourself there's no anger involved. After the press conferences and to get to that position, did it take time to sort of take away not the anger and the emotion and just realise, look, I just want to do a job on this guy? Yeah,
no, I was angry for maybe 30 minutes, and you calm down and you laugh about it. You think, well, when I was walking back with the team, it was a funny talking point, and I take my hat off to Chris for it. Really, I don't really. It's really surface level. It's an egg slap in the face. What am I going to do? Cry about it? Yeah. Get upset about it? Oh, it hurt my feelings. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's minor. It's part of the game. And I think once you sooner realise that's how the game is, what it is with me is more stuff that get me going. Is more personal stuff. Yeah. The more you're trying to take food off my kids' plate, you're trying to crush my dreams. You're trying to knock me out. You're trying to embarrass me. That's what I channel. I don't channel, someone grabbing me by the throat or slapping me or, I'm not the one with the 100k fine, am I?
Yeah. So that's the thing, because a lot of people would say, look, how's Conor doing to deal with the anger or the emotion there? But you're saying that's not a factor. Like, do you sort of, is it frustrating to hear that?
No, I'm always emotional. Throughout all my fights. For me, I'm always, I'm an emotional guy, of course. I take things very personally in terms of, anything fighting related. Not someone putting their hands on me. I mean, I do it every day. I do this every day. It's conflict. Confrontation. It's just part of the job. Yeah. But I've always got a chip on my shoulder. Always.
Yeah. How do you deal with that on Saturday night? For a level that would be a massive step up for you in a sense. How do you think you deal with that sort of level of emotion and experience at the level?
Yeah, I'm built for this. This isn't just a 12-week process. This is a 10 years worth of work. So I don't really, as I said, I've had the fight 100 times over in my head. I don't really. A ring's a ring. A man's a man.
Yeah. So you don't buy because obviously Chris at this stage in his career and who he's boxed would have the experience advantage. Like, would you buy sort of how do you sort of plan to?
Well, did Algieri have more experience?
What, than Chris?
No. Did Algieri have more experience than me?
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Did Van Heerden? Did Samuel Vargas? Did Granados? Did Koivula? I don't understand that. So, so at what stage does a contender fight for something? No doubt the person's going to be more experienced. Yeah. How do you escape that then? You tell me, how do you escape that?
But I'm saying that's what I was going to ask you. Like, how do you feel like you get past an experience?
I feel like experience is experience. What about youth? Yeah. What about skill? What about speed? What about agility? What about power? You're just talking to me about experience. How'd that work out for Algieri?
Yeah. Not well.
Well, exactly. How'd that work out for Van Heerden? Not even worse. So you sit there and you want to ask me, what about experience? Well, the same way I've fought loads of people with experience. Okay. You have to.
Yeah.
You're a contender until you're the champion. But every contender takes that shot at the champion. It's the way it works. It's nothing new.
Yeah. Moving on to how was Spain? You know, the training camp. I know we spoke about before, but you know, you talk about getting in quality work. How was Spain? I guess, and having that isolation as well. But you only had the team there, but as well, but sort of taking yourself away and sort of different surroundings. How was that for yourself?
Yeah, it was beautiful. I mean, I had my family with me. You know, since this is a family fight, you know, I had all my family with me, which was beautiful. I had my little brother, my mum, my dad, my sister. So it was nice to have them with me because that's the biggest sacrifice I made in boxing.
Brilliant. And your dad done an interview with IFL yesterday, and he spoke about you sparring William Skull, and he spoke about William Skull quitting after 8 in that. I didn't know if you had any comment on that, or you had anything to say about that.
I don't have no comment, man. I mean, listen, mate, he was just probably having a bad day.
Yeah.
People have bad days. I've had bad days.
Yeah. You mentioned about being a family affair. Chris Eubank Sr.'s made his sort of stance on the fight pretty clear, not wanting to be involved. Is there a bit of disappointment from your end that he isn't involved in this fight, or do you understand it? I
don't really want to talk about it because it's obviously a lot deeper than what it is. You know, it's obviously you know, an issue that it's not really mine or your place to really talk on. I'm not going to stoop that low to, you know, use it. Everything I said, I did mean. I did, you know, believe and still do believe that Senior don't like his son. It doesn't make it, you know, right or nice. But ultimately, I hope the relationship mends itself. As I've said before, you know, it's not family is family, man. Ultimately, all this can be gone tomorrow. Yeah. My family's still, my brother's still my brother, my dad's still my dad. My dad paved the way for me. I am where I am because of my dad. Shit, I mean, I'm born because of my dad. Do you understand? So, you know, it's a relationship that you want to see work itself out. Would I love to see Senior there? Of course I would.
Yeah, well, like, one of the things he said about yourself was, you know, in numerous things you said you're sort of swearing or acting like a possessed drunk. Yeah, I guess, was that disappointing?
What did he say?
He said Conor's acting like a possessed drunk.
Well, I mean, he ain't my dad.
Yeah.
He needs to focus on him and his son, not me and my dad. Me and my dad are, you know, and the way my dad is with me, I mean, it ain't his place to talk about me at all. He needs to focus on sorting his own family tree out.
Yeah. Before I do let you go, you talk about April 26th going in your head over and over again.
I come out victorious.
Yeah.
However it comes.
Yeah. Conor, appreciate taking time to speak to me. It means a lot. And yeah, all the best on Saturday. Appreciate it. Thank you.